Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mindy and I have lost over 100 pounds using GLP medications as a tool, and this week I thought I would walk you through what I eat in a day when I can't be bothered. If you're not familiar with what's been going on with me lately, I have been struggling quite a bit with my mental health. I've been kind of on a journey to start trying to understand what's going on with my brain and starting to see a psychiatrist to get tested for ADHD. My husband has been out of work for almost 2 months now, and it's just been a very, very stressful time. And weight loss is hard under the best of circumstances, but when life just throws you curveball after curveball after curveball, it just makes it that much harder. So today I just want to kind of talk you through what I've been doing to try and at least stay on track after relapsing into some really bad coping mechanisms during a pretty severe depression. And hopefully this resonates with you. If that sounds interesting to you, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. In the morning, even during this time, because I have a giant dog that needs exercise, I have still been walking. So I wake up first thing in the morning, Helios and I go for a walk. Sometimes I will go for walks multiple times a day. I've really been enjoying listening to audiobooks. And then I will come back and eat breakfast. And my breakfast through 90% of my journey has been exactly the same. It's my tried and true. It's 2 fried eggs, 2 chicken maple sausages. Applegate is my favorite brand. And then I have 6 air fried tots and some yogurt with fruit and a little bit of granola on top. This week, I was utilizing some leftovers for lunches. We had white people taco night last week. I love white people taco night. It's the best. And had some leftover meat. So when it came time to meal plan last week, I was like, you know what? I need to use that meat. Sounds like salad's the way to go. So I'm gonna take you back to yesterday, where yesterday Mindy is gonna walk you through how I threw that salad together.
Lazy lunch. But we're doing our best to try and keep it healthy. Salad kits. These are fantastic. I get these from Target because their salad kits tend to be the most affordable. Most of the time, if I go on like a Friday night, I find that I can pick up, they usually have at least 3 or 4 bags of these on some kind of clearance. I don't know why it's Friday night in my area. It is in yours, it might be something different, but like I can usually find them for like $1 a bag or like $1.25, $1.35 a bag. Regular price, they're like $3.99, $4.99, something like that. But they're a lot bigger than the ones at my H-E-B. So the ones I picked up this week is a Southwest. This has green cabbage, romaine lettuce, carrot, pepitas, green onion, tortilla strips, and cilantro. And it has a creamy cilantro pepita dressing. And then this one is an avocado ranch. It has green cabbage, romaine lettuce, carrot, taco cheese blend, green onion, crisp corn, and cilantro with an avocado ranch. And then I'll just take like half the bag. They say that these are 3.5 servings per container. 1 serving is 150 calories. So you can do that math. I'm not going to. It's less than 600 calories a bag, including the dressing and all the toppings and everything like that. So 250 to 300 calories for half the bag. And then I just add 3 to 4 ounces of some sort of cooked protein. You can do canned chicken, you can do tuna if you want, you can do rotisserie chicken would be a great option. I just have leftover from last week some ground taco meat. So I'm gonna put this in a separate container so that I can warm it up because I don't like eating cold meat. It's a thing. So I'm just gonna dump half of one of these into a container. I'm gonna put all of the crunchy toppings in a separate little thing, my meat in a thing, and then I'll warm up the meat today, dump it all together, shake it up in the bowl, and shove it in my face. I'll check in with you guys on my break to let you know what I think of these flavors, because I haven't tried them before. But I've tried 2 or 3 other flavors. The avocado toast is especially delicious. That's probably my favorite. I usually do air fried chicken nuggies in that one. Chef's kiss, delicious. Anyway, this will be like a less than a 500 calorie lunch with plenty of fiber and protein to keep me full until dinner time. Okay, bye. I did find some avocado and tomato in my fridge that was kind of looking a little sad. So I added some avocado and tomato in here too. Smells real good. Also, PS, spoons are the superior salad eating vessel, especially when it's like a chopped salad. Way better. Just get a big spoon. Shove it in your face. So this is the Southwest one. It's quite tasty. And the avocado gives it a little extra fat and a little extra fiber. Obviously, it's going to add some more calories, but you know what? That's okay. It also adds some more health. So that's a good one. I give it an 8.73 out of 10. For dinner, I went full on crock pot because I knew what my week was going to look like, and I'm going to give you guys kind of a little bit of a life update in a little bit. That's very exciting. But I knew what my week was going to look like, and I knew I wasn't going to have a lot of time and energy to make dinner after I got home from work yesterday. So yesterday morning, I threw together a very quick and easy crock pot meal. Let's take a look at that really quick. I'm throwing dinner in the crock pot right now, and I can already see the comments coming about this dinner because it is a lot of processed and pre-made ingredients. And you know what, Stephanie, if you're the kind of chick that has the time and energy to make absolutely everything from scratch, I am so happy for you. But that is not me right now. Honestly, it's a miracle that I am even making any food right now. So I'm gonna start with 2 pounds of chicken breast, and I'm just gonna throw it straight in the crock pot. Nasty freezer juice and all. I did actually try to drain off most of the nasty freezer juice. And then I'm gonna do a family size can of cream of chicken soup. I did the less sodium version because for some reason the low sodium is also lower in fat and calories. I don't know why that is, but it's fine. And also, I don't need all the extra sodium anyway. I don't have issues with, so appetizing, a log of soup. I don't have issues with sodium. In fact, I'm mineral depleted, but I don't, need it. And then we're gonna do 0.6 ounce thing of zesty Italian salad dressing mix. Sprinkle that in. And then I'm just gonna stir this around to get the chicken all good and coated in the seasoning and the soup. If you're the kind of person that doesn't have time to make everything from scratch, or the energy or the inclination, anything is better than nothing. And right now, this is all I got. This is better than going to Olive Garden. It's better than getting fast food. It's gonna be protein and carbs and veggies and fat, and it's gonna be fine. Now that we have that all done, the chicken's good and coated. That's all we need to do for the slow cooker part. Just gonna put the top on this, set it to steam. My chicken was still partially frozen, even though I took it out of the freezer and put it into the fridge like 3 days ago. So I'm gonna do 5 hours on low. It probably only needs like 4 hours on low if your chicken's not frozen. And then later tonight when I get home from work, I will finish it up. Yay for doing stuff ahead of time. All right guys, I completely and totally forgot to film the stuff that I did to this when I got home, but this is dinner. I had Richard turn on a pot of boiling water to cook up some pasta. I threw some broccoli cuts into the microwave to get them going. And then I put a block, like a whole 8-ounce block of Neufchâtel cheese, which is the third less fat cream cheese, and stirred that up and broke up the chicken with my mix and chop, and just kind of got that cheese melting down in that sauce while the pasta and the broccoli cooked. I did taste the sauce and it was a little bit bland for me, so I added a tiny bit of onion powder, garlic powder, and red pepper flakes. Threw in the pasta and the broccoli, stirred it around, and that's dinner. Makes a full 8 servings. Let's give it a taste. It's very reminiscent of casseroles my mom used to make, like broccoli, cheese, chicken casseroles, but with pasta instead of rice. It's pretty tasty. I mean, it's not going to win any awards, but I don't expect anything that has
what, 4 ingredients, 5 ingredients to be like, oh my God. But it's delicious. It's got plenty of protein in it. It fills my tummy, and it means I'm not getting fast food. So sometimes that's all we need. You should give this one a try. If you are in a place where doing a lot of detailed, extravagant cooking is not in the cards for you, it's better than nothing. If you've been around for a while, you know that sweet treats are my thing. I love ending the evening with something sweet. I usually make some sort of baked protein situation so that I'm not just eating completely empty calories at the end of the night. Even if I do, it's not a big deal. But last week I made those 3 ingredient protein muffins. If you missed that video, definitely check it out here. I still have some of those left, which I will be eating this week. They're like 30 calories a piece. Heating them up in the microwave for about like 15 seconds and then topping them with a tiny bit of light butter. And they are just scrumptious. The other thing that I have become obsessed with since my Target video, where I found a bunch of macro-friendly finds at Target. If you missed that video, check it out here. I'm not a huge Target shopper, at least I haven't been in the past, but I found so many things there that I can't find at other grocery stores that have been so awesome for my weight loss journey. And one of the big ones are the favorite day reduced fat ice creams. I love ice cream. Ice cream is my favorite. And they have pints of reduced fat ice cream that are actually quite high in protein, even if you eat the whole pint, which I am a whole pint at a time kind of girl. They're between 350 and 370 calories for the entire pint, with around 20 grams of protein and usually somewhere between 10 and 15 grams of fiber. So that ice cream is going to keep you full for a long time, works really well as a snack as well, and the flavors are impeccable. I think that these are really the best lower calorie ice creams that I have found. They have the texture that is most like real ice cream, and the flavors are so good. Right now, my favorites are the mocha cold brew crunch, I think it is, but it's like definitely mocha cold brew something. That one is fantastic. I'm not even a huge coffee person, but I absolutely love that one. The cookie dough is good. They have a chocolate pecan pie one that is absolutely fantastic. I don't think I've tried a flavor yet that I don't like, or, you know, I mean, I like some more than others, but they have not done me wrong yet, which is not something that I can say for most other low calorie ice creams. And really, that's what a typical day looks like for me. Meal planning does not have to be super duper anxiety inducing. When you don't have a ton of energy, sometimes you just need to do what you need to do to get by. And by making a few simple swaps, taking 5 to 10 minutes to plan ahead based on what you've got in your fridge, that can really make all of the difference in the world when it comes to trying to stay on track for your health journey. I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to know what's going on with Richard's job search situation, and I am so excited to share with you guys that today he actually started his new job. He is still going to be driving truck, and unfortunately he's going out over the road again, but the job that he took, he's going to be driving Monday through Friday, and then he'll be home sometime on Friday, and he'll be home all weekend, and then going back out on the road again on Monday. The pay is substantially better than what he had at his prior position. It's a brand new company. They're a startup. They're basically gathering AI for self-driving mechanisms. And the real selling point on this job for he and I is that once they're done gathering the data that they need for the AI, they talk to him about his goals for the future. They know that he wants to get into cybersecurity and tech. And they basically told him, if you stick with us through this information gathering time, we will make sure that we have a spot for you somewhere in cybersecurity, tech, IT, something. And if you're familiar with the driving industry, you know room for advancement is not a thing. Like it's just, you're stuck in a driver's seat until you die. It's just really hard on his body, on me, on us being away from each other. I'm a little sad today because he left this morning and I'm not going to see him again until Friday. And if you're a trucker or a trucker's spouse, you know the struggle of the amount of time that you sacrifice away from your family in order to provide for your family. And, you know, we did this for years with him being over the road, and we were spoiled with him having a job for the last 5 years where he was home every single night. I'm doing my best to look at the positives that, you know, it means that I'll have more time to work on other things while he's not home, but I am a husband's girl. Like, I love my husband. I love being with my husband. I love spending time with my husband. So it's going to be a struggle, but I'm going to work my way through it. I have my first meeting with my new psychiatrist tomorrow morning, and I'm hoping that that's going to go better than the first meeting with the first person that I met with. I am still on the Wellbutrin. It's been almost 3 weeks now, and I do think that it is helping. I'm still not at 100%, but I think we're making our way downtown. I'm making strides and improvements, and I'm hoping that that's going to continue to move in the right direction. I also, this last week, stepped on the scale for the first time in well over a month. And, you know, as I already knew would be the case, I had regained some weight. I'm holding on to that 3 steps forward, 2 steps back mentality that I'm still making forward progress. And it's just right now that forward progress has more to do with my mental health than my physical health. And one of the things that has really helped me hold on to that mentality and realizing that I haven't done as much damage as I would think that I had if I was only looking at a number on the scale is my new Hume body pod. And I want to thank Hume for sponsoring this portion of the video. They very kindly reached out and sent me one of their body pods, which is a body analyzer. If you guys haven't seen them on the market or looked at them, basically they are 98% as accurate as getting a DEXA scan or a medical scan of your body, in opposition to a smart scale. Those are bioimpedance scales. I've talked about those and how they're not completely accurate because they're only scanning half of your body and using an algorithm to approximate the rest of the information. Whereas with the body pod, you actually have 4 points of contact with the sensor, so it's able to send the information through your entire body to get a much more accurate picture. Like I said, within 98% of a DEXA scan of your actual body composition, body fat, so that you're not just looking at that body weight number, which can be very demotivating at times. I've talked many times on this channel about not just focusing on the number on the scale, finding other points to focus on or to track, like measurements and things like that. The cool thing about the body pod is that I can look at things like my muscle mass, my body water content. Watching those numbers change over the last week and a half has been really neat, like knowing that with certainty that I'm actually well hydrated, seeing what happens when I'm not exercising, and that like my muscle mass, how that's changing when I'm not exercising. I'm looking forward to seeing how that will progress as I get back into exercising, as I have more motivation to take better care of myself. The other cool thing about the Hume body pod, and that is the app that it uses. It uses AI to create suggestions for changes in your routine. It's going to create a much more accurate estimation of your basal metabolic rate and suggestion for your daily calorie intake. I know a lot of you have talked about, you know, how many calories should I be eating? I don't know how many calories to eat. And I've been referring you to a TDEE calculator, but this is going to give you a much more accurate representation of your caloric needs based on your actual body composition, your muscle mass, and all of that good stuff. Hume did give me a 20% discount, which does stack on top of Hume's current sales, which gives you about 50% off total. The body pod is also eligible for HSA and FSAs. So if you have an FSA or an HSA, you can use those to pay for the body pod because of the type of analysis that it does and what it does to help with regulating your health and improving your health and all of that good stuff. I will list my discount code down in the description and in the comment section below, along with my link that will take you to their current sale. My discount code is valid for 7 days from the posting of this video, so definitely take advantage of that. I hope that you guys find the Body Pod as helpful as I do. You guys know I am a data junkie. I love numbers, and it's just been really neat to see with more accuracy what's actually happening in my body. I even compared it to my bioimpedance scale, and the differences between the body fat and all of that was noticeable. I'm just very much looking forward to seeing what those numbers do over time. I will continue to share that data with you guys as it progresses, as I get back into exercise and I do better with my food intake and all of that. This is just a season in my life where I am doing my best to just make it through. I hope that this has been useful information for you guys. If it has been, please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better